a lullaby of Neverland. There is a place between waking and dreaming, a soft gray space where magic is still real. It is the second before you fall asleep, when your eyelids are heavy and the world begins to blur at the edges. It is from this very place that our story begins. So, find your most comfortable position. Let your body grow heavy against the mattress. Feel the soft support of your pillow beneath your head. Take a slow, deep breath in, and as you exhale, release the day. Let it go. Let all the thoughts, the total list, the little worries simply drift away like dandelion seeds on a gentle breeze. You are safe, you are still, and you are about to fly. Our journey starts not in the bustling city of London, but in the quiet, starlit heart of a child's bedroom. This is the nursery at number 14, a place of shadows and moonlight. The window is open just a crack, allowing a soft, cool night breeze to stir the white curtains. They billow inward like gentle ghosts, carrying the distant, sleepy sounds of the world outside. In one bed lies Wendy Darling. She is not quite asleep, but floating in that lovely, hazy space where stories are born. Her brothers, John and Michael, are asleep in their beds, their breathing soft and even. The room is tidy, but toys still litter the floor, a wooden soldier standing guard near the hearth. A teddy bear propped against a storybook. The night-light castle warm, golden glow, making the shadows dance in a slow, friendly waltz. It is into this scene of perfect peace that a tiny, brilliant light comes darting through the open window. It zips and zigzags through the air, a living star, leaving a shimmering trail of gold dust in its wake. This is Tinker Bell, a fairy no bigger than your hand, and she is filled with a fierce, jealous light. She is searching for something, her bell-like voice making angry, chimming sounds as she rummages through a small sewing basket on the dresser. But we are getting ahead of ourselves, for where a fairy goes, a boy is never far behind. And then, he is there, a shadow first, cast against the wall by the moonlight, a boy wearing a suit of skeleton leaves and cobwebs. Then the boy himself, Peter Pan, lands as softly as a snowflake on the nursery floor. He is everything a child dreams of, being wild, free, and utterly fearless. His eyes are bright with mischief and 1,000 adventures, and when he smiles, it is with the confidence of someone who has never heard the word no. He has come for his shadow, which he lost on a previous visit, and he has also come for stories. For Peter Pan, though he would never admit it, is terribly fond of stories. But tonight, something else happens. Wendy stirs. She sits up in bed, rubbing her eyes, and sees the strange boy trying to stick his shadow back on with soap. It is a comical, endearing sight. She does not scream. She simply watches, her curiosity overpowering any fear. When Peter realizes he is caught, he is not angry, but intrigued. Here is a girl, a real mother-like girl, who knows countless stories. And so, he makes her an offer. An invitation to a place where stories never end, where you never have to grow up, and where every day is an adventure. Would you like to come with me? He asks, his voice full of wonder. Come where? Wendy whispers. To Neverland, Peter says, as if it is the most obvious thing in the world. And then he teaches them the most wonderful secret of all. Just think lovely, wonderful thoughts, he explains, and they lift you up into the air. He sprinkles them with a little fairy dust from a grateful Tinker Bell, and the magic takes hold. It starts as a tingling in your toes, a feeling of lightness as if you are filled with helium. Then your feet lift gently from the floor. You are not falling, you are floating. You are flying. Imagine that feeling now. As you lie in your bed, feel yourself growing lighter. The weight of the world is falling away from you. You are as light as a feather, supported by nothing but the soft, cool air of the night. You are floating, drifting, rising slowly and peacefully from your bed. There is no fear, only a serene, weightless joy. The ceiling passes through you like a mist, and now you are above your house, looking down at the sleeping world. The lights of the town are like fallen stars, twinkling softly. The wind is a gentle river, and you are floating on its current. You are flying just like Wendy, John, and Michael, following the darting, joyful form of Peter Pan and the brilliant, jealous light of Tinker Bell. The flight to Neverland is not a journey of miles, but of imagination. You fly over seas of dreams where the waves whisper secrets. You fly past the second star to the right, which hangs in the sky like a constant, welcoming beacon. You soar through clouds that feel like cool, damp cotton against your skin. And then you see it below you, an island. It is not a large island, but it contains entire worlds within its shores. It is Neverland. From the air, it is a mosaic of brilliant greens and deep blues. There is a lagoon, its waters so clear you can see the mermaids sunning themselves on the rocks. There is a dense, dark forest, home to the Lost Boys, and though you cannot see them yet, a tribe of clever, proud natives. And there, anchored in the bay, is the Jolly Roger, the pirate ship of Captain James Hook. But for now, it all looks peaceful, slumbering under the eternal twilight sky of Neverland. You follow Peter down through the warm, humid air until your feet touch down on the soft, springy turf of a hidden clearing. This is the home under the ground where Peter and the Lost Boys live. The entrance is concealed by a large, fake mushroom and a curtain of hanging ivy. Inside, it is cozy and warm, lit by glowing mushrooms and fireflies trapped in tiny jars. The walls are earth, but they are dry and comfortable, and the air smells of soil, wood smoke, and boyish adventure. The Lost Boys' slightly curly nibs and the twins greet them with excitement. They are a wild, happy band of children who have fallen from their prams and been brought to Neverland by Peter. They have been longing for a mother to tell them stories, and in Wendy, they believe they have found one. And so, life in Neverland begins. It is a life of pure, unadulterated play. Your days here are long and golden. You wake not to an alarm clock, but to the sound of exotic birds singing in the jungle. Your first task of the day is not to get dressed, but to decide on the day's adventure. Will you visit the Mermaid's Lagoon? Will you have a pretend war with the Pickaninny tribe, who are really your friends? Will you simply spend the day swimming in the warm, clear waters of the lagoon, or swinging from the vines in the forest? Let us spend a day there in this land of endless childhood. The sun filters through the canopy of the Neverwood, creating dappled patterns of light on the forest floor. You're walking with the Lost Boys, following Peter on a grand exploration. The air is filled with the chattering of monkeys and the sweet, intoxicating scent of tropical flowers. You come across a stream, and Peter shows you how to drink from it by cupping your hands, the water cool and fresh on your tongue. You find a grove of fruit trees, and you eat your fill of strange, delicious fruits that taste like sunshine and candy. There is no hurry. There is no schedule. There is only the present moment filled with wonder and discovery. In the afternoon, you visit the Mermaid's Lagoon. Mermaids are beautiful, vain, and mischievous creatures. They lounge on Marona's rock, combing their long hair and singing songs that are both alluring and slightly sad. They are not entirely friendly to Wendy, but they are fascinated by Peter. They will sometimes let you swim with them in the lagoon, their powerful tails flicking through the water as they dart around you, laughing with voices like bubbling water. The water is the perfect temperature, and you can float on your back, looking up at the blue Neverland sky, feeling completely at peace. But Neverland is not without its shadows. For where there is a hero, there must also be a villain. And the villain of this story is the formidable Captain Hook. His name is spoken in hushed tones by the Lost Boys. He is a gentleman of the sea, even in his villainy, with elegant manners and a deep, abiding fear of one thing, a certain crocodile. This crocodile, you see, once tasted Hook's hand and found it so delicious that it has been following him ever since, waiting for the rest of him. And inside the crocodile, a clock ticks, a constant, ominous reminder of time, the very thing Peter has escaped. Hook is a complex figure. He is brave, cunning, and terribly melancholic. He spends his days on the deck of the Jolly Roger, plotting Peter's downfall, not just because Peter is his enemy, but because Peter represents the youth and joy that Hook has lost forever. He is haunted by the memory of his own boyhood, a memory that is faded and distant. His quest to defeat Peter is, in many ways, a battle against time itself. An evening, after a long day of play, when he gathers all the boys in the cozy home under the ground, the fireflies in their jars cast a soft, warm light. The boys sit at her feet, their faces eager and clean from a swim in the lagoon. It is story time, and when he begins to tell a story, it is a story about a faraway place called London, about a mother and a father who love their children very much, and about a happy, ordinary life. To the Lost Boys who have known only adventure, this story is the most magical tale of all. The promise of a mother's love, of a warm home, of a soft bed, these are things they did not even know they were missing. As Wendy speaks, her voice is calm and soothing. It paints pictures in the air of a cozy nursery, of a fireplace, of a loyal dog named Nana. It is a story of safety and belonging. Listen to that story now. Imagine that cozy home. Imagine the warmth of the fire, the softness of the bed, the unwavering love of a family. It is a feeling of ultimate security, a feeling that you are cherished. Let that feeling wash over you now. As you lie in your own bed, you are safe, you are cherished, you are home. Of course, a story in Neverland cannot be all tranquility. There must be a grand adventure, a final confrontation. It comes on the deck of the Jolly Roger. Puck in his cunning has managed to capture Wendy and the Lost Boys. They are trapped on the pirate ship, and it seems that all is lost. But Peter Pan is coming. He flies through the night, his heart beating not with fear, but with the thrill of the fight. The battle that follows is a glorious, chaotic affair of clanging swords, flying boys, and very confused pirates. Peter is a whirlwind of motion, his crowing cry echoing across the ship, striking fear into the hearts of the pirates. He fights not to kill, but to play, turning the most serious of situations into the greatest game of all. In the end, it is not the sword that defeats Hook, but time itself. The familiar tick-tock, tick-tock is heard, growing louder and louder. The crocodile has climbed aboard. Hook's bravery vanishes, replaced by pure, primal terror. He backs away, his eyes wide with fear, until he is at the very edge of the ship's rail. With a final desperate leap, he throws himself into the water, into the waiting jaws of his relentless pursuer. And just like that, the threat is gone. The adventure is over. But all adventures must end. All children eventually must think about going home. When he begins to feel a pang of homesickness, a longing for her own mother and father, she knows that the wonderful, carefree life in Neverland cannot last forever. The other boys, too, feel the pull of a home they can barely remember. They want a mother's love, a father's guidance. They want to grow up. Peter is baffled by this. To him, it is the ultimate betrayal. He cannot fathom why anyone would choose the boring, predictable world of adulthood over the endless play of Neverland. He feels a deep, lonely sadness. He is to be left behind once again, the boy who would not grow up. There is a poignant moment as he watches them prepare to leave, his face a mask of brave confusion. He will stay, forever young, forever having adventures, but forever alone, always waiting for new children to bring to his island, only to lose them again when they remember the love of their families. The journey home is a quiet one. The flight is less exuberant, filled with a bittersweet feeling. They fly back through the same starry sky, over the seas of dreams, past the second star to the right. They arrive back at the nursery window of number 14, slipping inside as quietly as they left. Merv and Mrs. Darting are there, their hearts full of a joy they do not quite understand, ready to welcome not only their 3 children home, but the lost boys as well, offering them a real home, a real family. And what of Peter? He returns to Neverland. He will always return to Neverland. He will have new adventures with Tinker Bell. He will battle new pirates. He will meet new children. But every once in a while, he will fly back to the darling house and listen at the window. He will see Wendy, who does grow up, as all children must. He will take her daughter and then her granddaughter on flights to Neverland for a little while. He is a part of childhood itself, a memory of freedom and magic that lives on even after we have grown up and put away our toys. He is the boy who lives in that soft, gray space between waking and dreaming. He is the feeling of weightlessness you felt as you began to drift to sleep. He is the belief that magic is real, if only for a moment. He is the part of you that never truly grows up. And now, as this story ends, it is time to let that part of you rest. The adventure is over for tonight. The Jolly Roger is quiet. The Mermaid's Lagoon is still. The Lost Boys are fast asleep in their home under the ground. And Peter Pan is soaring over the treetops of Neverwood, watching over the dreams of all children. You have returned from your journey to Neverland. You are back in your own soft, warm bed. The feeling of flying has faded, replaced by a deep, comforting heaviness in your limbs. Your breathing is slow and steady. Your mind is quiet. The images of pirates and fairies are blurring, softening, turning into the shapeless, beautiful images of dreams. You have listened to a story of eternal childhood, but now it is time for the deep, restorative peace of sleep. Sleep is not an ending. It is its own kind of Neverland, a place where you can be anything, do anything, and fly anywhere. So, let go. Surrender to the soft darkness behind your eyelids. Feel the gentle embrace of your blankets. Listen to the quiet rhythm of your own heart. Peter's story is over, but your dream is just beginning. Fly away into the starry sky of your own imagination. Find your own Neverland in the land of dreams. We hope this journey with Peter Pan has guided you gently toward a peaceful night's rest. If you enjoyed this Lullaby of Neverland, consider subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you give yourself the gift of a new bedtime story regularly. A simple click can transform your nights, providing a constant source of calm and a gateway to sweet dreams. We would be so honored to be a part of your nightly routine. So, if you're ready for more journeys to magical lands, look for the subscribe button and click it. For an extra touch of comfort, don't forget to tap the little bell icon to be gently notified whenever we post a new story. Thank you for letting us be a part of your evening. Sweet dreams and pleasant journeys until we meet again. Good night.